Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's Wednesday. Thankful to have you with us this 8th day of the new year. A dry one at that. We're going to enjoy some more dry air until late Friday night. So get out while you can. It's going to be a soggy 24, 48 hours, actually. Right now, the schedule is for the rains to depart and leave us with a partly sunny Sunday, temps in the low 50s. We'll talk about the temperature swing that we've got in your forecast that will peak at 70 right in the middle of the rains, and then talk about the break thereafter, and then how we'll get back to some rain sooner than later. It's all in an updated forecast forthcoming in just a few seconds. Second Amendment resolutions working their way across eastern Kentucky, making their way to Magoffin County last night before the Magoffin County Fiscal Court. We'll sit down tonight. We'll talk about it. What does it mean? Why are counties making this move? And we'll have some other information on the subject to share. A Magoffin County man faces up to life in prison after pleading guilty to federal drug charges this week in federal court. A shoplifting sentence that you may have seen out in Sagersville earlier today, and a glimpse ahead as to what's coming out in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent. Let's go there now before we go any further with our headlines. It was a story, a wonderful story, that actually took place right after I had taken off for the holidays, and we have just now worked its way into the paper with, of course, our year in review pretty much already put together throughout the New Year's holiday. But Helping Hearts is an event put together by Magoffin County High School senior who deserves all the credit in the world for what she has done, and admiration as well, spearheading a project that went a long way to warming the hearts of residents at the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Our editor, Heather Oney, got to get some words from her and a lot of information and some great pictures, I think, to share as well. Look for that report in tomorrow's edition. She's also, that being our editor, Heather Oney, still putting the pinning touches on the Second Amendment story, which I'll have for you in great detail in just a few moments. Several indictments, some other news, a lot of sporting news and information that you won't find anywhere else. Our old page, which you won't find anywhere else, and brought to you by Grover Arnett, attorney at law, takes us back to 1964 and how businesses and others were saying Happy New Year. Another great treat for you. We hope you enjoy and hope you pick up a paper as soon as possible. One report before we go to our first break this evening, and that's before I head to Belfry as soon as possible to catch tonight's second round, of course, of the boys 2A tournament, and that is of a shoplifting sentence which you may have actually seen earlier today. It's something that we have seen here on Your News Today. It's a sentence that has now been handed down to his count, he believes, 8 times by a Magoffin County judge. As earlier today, a Magoffin County woman was seen holding a sign proclaiming her guilt outside the Sagersville business that she was said to have stolen from just a few weeks ago. It's not the first time I have reported on such an occurrence in Sagersville, and it's not the first time a sentence such as this has been handed down by Magoffin County District Judge Dennis Prater. Earlier today, this woman, Betty Simpkins, was standing out in front of the Dollar General store on Parkway Drive, where she had been deemed guilty of shoplifting from just weeks ago. She was sentenced in district court to hold a sign outside the business that she reportedly shoplifted from, standing with the sign for a total of 8 hours. She picked up the sign that read, "I was caught shoplifting at the Justice Center," and then took to her post in front of the store. Judge Prater did tell the Independent earlier today in an official statement, with more to come in tomorrow's paper, that, quote, legislators and county officials are constantly complaining about how locking people up is a financial burden on the counties, but at the same time, you have business owners and the public in general who are sick and tired of the stealing and shoplifting. Having shoplifters, he says, quote, hold a sign is a good alternative sentence to jail, and hopefully a little public ridicule will go a long way in curbing the theft problem. Second Amendment, sanctuary cities and counties, what are they? Why is Magoffin County one? Let's sit down with Judge Executive Matt Wireman after this. Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply, the region's largest inventory and lowest prices on feed for pets and livestock. And now they have Bernie, gear so warm you'll think it's summer, shirts and outerwear, overalls and more for gentlemen and ladies. And Tomahawk always has the best prices on pickup and delivery of gravel and rock that's dense grade all the way up to big class 3 and drain pipe 4 inches all the way up to 72 inches. Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply in Sagersville at Red Light number 4.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. What are these Second Amendment sanctuary resolutions that are moving across eastern Kentucky and elsewhere? Local governments coming together in unification in support of a similar cause that's admittedly more of a practical cause than a legal one. It's citizens and their local leaders standing in unison in defense of the Second Amendment of the Constitution. And that is the right of the people to keep and bear arms and not be infringed. Menifee County, Bracken County, Grant, Pike County as of last night, Knott County, some of the most recent of the so far total of 26 counties, a growing number, mind you, with Magoffin County joining the list just last night, becoming a Second Amendment sanctuary county. It happened last night here in Magoffin County during the fiscal court meeting, with Judge Executive Matt Wireman saying the issue arose for him some weeks ago.
It initially came to my attention when the Harlan County Fiscal Court passed it. And then on Inauguration Day, I happened to run across the county judge, Dan Mosley from Harlan County, and we discussed what he had done and why, and asked that he send me a copy of his resolution so that I could see if it was something that we wanted to enact here in Magoffin County. And basically, Harlan County being on the Virginia border, there was a big movement in Virginia to start creating these Second Amendment sanctuary counties because of some legislation that has passed in Virginia. I'm not real sure about what the specifics are on them, other than some of them limited magazine capacities or defined what an assault weapon was, and that got the ball rolling. I think there that they were afraid that gun control legislation was going to run rapid, and Dan felt that his citizenry wanted and desired that they become one too, because again, they're right there beside of Virginia, and once that happened, then the ball just started bouncing from every county in eastern Kentucky and across the state.
Am I right in saying that this is more practical than legal, and practical in the sense that it may be political in the sense that it's going to send a message to legislators?
I think that's primarily what it is. It's that as a community, for the most part, obviously everyone's not going to be in favor of anything, but for the most part, in eastern Kentucky especially, we love our guns. I'm a gun advocate myself, but we believe that this will show the legislature, should any legislation come up, that they're going to have a hard fight with the citizenry to gain support. And obviously that's political in nature because they're elected officials. This is a unified motion that is passed already, I think, in Harlan and Letcher and Knott. And I believe that that Floyd and Johnson County are going to be adopting the same resolution in the very near future. And to be consistent, we are speaking with one voice. And again, after having our county attorney review it, we've not overstepped our bounds and we're not violating any laws. I want to read the resolution into the record. Whereas the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of our nation.
With the rest of that resolution essentially saying the Magoffin County Fiscal Court expresses its intent to uphold the Second Amendment rights for citizens of Magoffin County and oppose any infringement thereof. Similar to all other resolutions that are passing across many counties in the Commonwealth, with some also supporting that public funds not be used to go towards restriction of Second Amendment rights. One driving force behind these resolutions is also opposition to red flag laws as they are being drafted and proposed, already enacted in some 17 states. There is one currently in a draft stage here in the Commonwealth by Kentucky Senate Minority Leader Morgan McCarvey of Louisville. A law similar to other red flag laws that would essentially give a short list of individuals, police certainly, maybe members of an individual's family, to have someone's guns removed if they thought them to be a danger to the public or declared so, as well as restricting some guns and accessories and types of ammunition.
I think there's a movement across the nation, even with those on the far conservative side, that to some sense there needs to be some common sense gun laws. But the problem is that when they're initially proposed, they're way out of the line with what most of us gun owners and especially Eastern Kentuckians would see as being common sense. When you start talking about passing legislation that essentially allows a couple of people to go in and maybe swear something out, and then a judge or someone being able to sign something and them just invade your home and take all your guns, that's nothing. That's never going to be considered common sense. If there are a due process type of methodology about going this way, which is how our country works, I believe it's the 14th Amendment, is the Due Process Amendment. If you go through that way, and I don't know exactly how that would work, I'm not a lawyer or a legislator, but if it was a common sense way, that might be a little easier to swallow. But still, when we start talking about gun control laws, anytime we start whittling away at the Second Amendment, we could open up the floodgates to where we're right back where some of these states are, especially back east, where everybody's having to register their guns in town, and the courts have upheld that. I'm not a proponent of that either. This is, to me, is not a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent issue. This is an American issue, and it's a constitutional issue, and we got to make sure that we fight to maintain those rights, because if we don't, we'll lose them.
Wyman also says that he thinks the move by the Magoffin County Fiscal Court last night shows that they are unified with the rest of Eastern Kentucky. He says he also expects most other counties to follow suit as well, and admits that this is a very passionate issue depending on where you are in the United States. It's a topic that you can hear being discussed around just about any dinner table or water cooler at this time, or one that you can see being opposed or supported at many rallies being held across the Commonwealth, with groups like Kentucky United picking up some 70,000 members in support of such resolutions since just the middle of December. Kentucky United keeping count in their most recent tally, saying that there are 33 counties shaded in pink in Kentucky with scheduled meetings to discuss such resolutions. 33 votes are already scheduled. There are 7 counties in opposition thus far, in progress still. 26 counties shaded in green, Magoffin County now one, where they have approved such resolutions, with 17 others about to do so by their count. Right now, for pennies on the dollar, a huge selection of like-new laptop computers, a fresh stock of video games, the Cadillac of dog tracking and training systems, new hunting rifles, accessories, and ammo. And they always stock, buy, sell, and pawn gold and silver coins and jewelry with a new selection just in at Parkway Gun and Pawn in Sagersville, 349 Pawn. Just like Christmas, the after Christmas sale at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop only comes once a year, and it's on right now. And man, is it on. 50% off everything Christmas. All Christmas, half off at Fraser's Prater Drug Store's seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville, where you need to be making your way to save big, save half on everything Christmas. All the gorgeous Christmas home decor, decorations, and more while it lasts at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Has Logan Corporation got a deal for you? So the next time you need one, you have one. The fact is that Logan is manufacturing so many dump bodies that they're closing out forever their stock on brand new Honda generators and water pumps. They've got over 50 brand new units in the box with the factory warranty on sale right now at prices you can't find anywhere. 2-inch pumps, $300 and $400 off. 3-inch pumps, 4-inch water pumps, trash pumps, Honda generators, the quiet portable EU series, and the 1,000 and 2,000 watt models, hundreds of dollars off. You can get an EU 1,000 25-pound generator for $642. Save almost $1,000 on their big EB 6,500 generator, with many more models available, all at prices lower than anywhere you're going to find online or elsewhere, guaranteed, at Logan Corporation, while they last. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785. It can be one of the hardest parts of being a parent. You can beg them, bribe them, hold them down, and try to force them, and sometimes you still can't get them to take their medicine. Well, problem solved at Parkway Pharmacy with Flavor X. Let your kids customize their medicine with some of the best flavors that really do taste great, and it's totally free with your child's prescription at Parkway Pharmacy. So stop the suffering, theirs and yours, for free, and get your Flavor X flavored medicines at Parkway Pharmacy in Sac. A McGoffin County man faces up to life in prison on federal drug charges. That report coming in just a second. Right now, let's go over to a community calendar updated for you for this Wednesday, brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. First, a reminder about the LIHEAP program, the Emergency Heating Assistance Program, ongoing right now. Call or go online to book your appointment for your Big Sandy Community Action Program assistance. Call locally 349-2217 in Johnson County 6515, that's 789, or go to bsacap.org to make your appointment. Just in, revival coming up at the Living Word Chapel. They'd like to invite everyone. Brother Terry Conley will be preaching. They've got the Travis Cole family, other special singers nightly. Services start Friday the 17th, so you got a few days to remember, and they'll be lasting Friday and Saturday night at 6:30. Sunday morning they will start at 11 o'clock, and this is your invitation to join them. A reminder that the Water into Wine Food Pantry is going to be having their Senior Commodity Day Thursday the 16th. Senior Commodities, Thursday the 16th. The food pantry will also be open on the rest of the Wednesdays of this month of January, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. If you have any questions, call 244-4818. And when you've got a calendar announcement, call me or mail it to me or send it in the mail. However you want to get it, drop it off at the Independent or Your News Today offices, and we will make sure everyone knows about it. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. As I mentioned, was on the federal docket a few weeks ago. A Sayersville man is the second of two now to officially plead guilty, per his appearance on Monday, to federal methamphetamine distribution charges. It happened in Pikeville earlier this week, as a Sayersville man now awaits his sentencing in March. At the time of my last update, the man arrested with him, a Lexington man, Scott Linville, had just pled guilty in the case. In Minix's pleading today, he admitted in federal court that he, as well as Linville, left Magoffin County on their way to Johnson County to distribute a large quantity of methamphetamine. After being stopped by police, a backpack was found in the vehicle containing a total of 76 grams of methamphetamine, as well as a quantity of drug paraphernalia and items used in the sale of the drug, scales, cell phones, plastic baggies, as well as a gun and ammunition that was found, resulting in the second charge of being in possession of a firearm in the furtherance of drug trafficking. Minix and Linville are still in the Pike County Detention Center, where they will stay until sentencing, which is set for the end of March. No penalties per the agreement have been given. However, Minix faces up to life in prison with the addition of the firearm enhancement. Next, your Licking Valley RECC outlook, which looks green Friday and Saturday. Rainfall amounts, we'll wait and see, but we do have temperatures that will climb to 70, if not a tick or two above, for at least one day of your weekend. With that warmth, we could see some storms develop. Clear skies tonight. Been clear for a while now. Lows well below freezing. We'll hit the 26-degree mark or around about. Wind west-northwest around 5 miles per hour or so, but becoming calm. And we should be hitting the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow. Now, it's going to be a dry Thursday. We'll see clouds on the increase, however. We'll see a light wind, comparatively, out of the south, 5 to 7 miles per hour in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, and we'll stay well above freezing tomorrow night. We'll go from the mid-20s to the mid to close to upper 30s tomorrow night. Still dry once again across the board on your Thursday. Not so much on your Friday. It's still looking like a rather soggy setup for your weekend, and it all actually starts on your Friday. Not early Friday. Right now, the window appears to be about a 20% chance of rain after 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. Before that, just mostly cloudy skies, and we should top out right around 62 degrees with winds gusting up to 26 miles per hour out of the south. Rain ramps up Friday night. Rain likely after midnight. Cloudy skies and a low of 54. Winds still out of the south, up to 20 miles per hour at times during the overnight or late night period. And those rains continue into your Saturday, and we're still looking at 70 degrees for your Saturday with all of that moisture, with all of that warmth. We also are looking at the potential for some thunderstorms Saturday and into Saturday night as well. Rainfall amounts right now, I'll have a better handle on that when we get a little closer to the weekend, another 24 hours or so. But showers and possibly storms for the first half of your weekend. Right now, it looks as though Sunday is going to clear up rather quickly, leaving us partly sunny and 52 degrees. Lows that night around 38, mostly cloudy, still dry. But another round of rain comes in Monday evening. We'll see a dry start to the first of your work week next week. A 10% chance of showers after 5, but rain likely Monday night after a daytime high of 57. More rain in store Tuesday, and look at temperatures. We'll hit the low 60s again Tuesday and Wednesday, but with that clouds and rain chances pretty much through at least midweek, and I'm thinking perhaps a bit beyond. We'll see when we get a bit closer. And a reminder, as I said at the very start of the show, the next edition of the Sayersville Independent comes out tomorrow, as we have now for 2 years. Can you believe I've had the paper 2 years, and we've been working here under this office, a new location, and all that has happened and it's now been 2 years. I can't, as you can tell. Nevertheless, we hope you get a copy tomorrow, and hope to see you back here for Your News Today tomorrow night. Good night, and thank you for watching.